What happened on your worst date? I was 17, saved up for months to take this girl to a nice steakhouse, borrowed my dad's best shirt, got a haircut, the whole thing. When I picked her up, she immediately wrinkled her nose at my mom's old Toyota. "This is what you're driving me in?" she said, not even trying to hide her disgust. She spent the entire ride texting someone and laughing at her phone while I tried making conversation. "So, how's your job at the boutique going?" I asked. "It's fine, I guess. Daddy says I don't really need to work, but whatever," she replied without looking up. The awkwardness hit me immediately, but I pushed through. I'd practiced conversation topics in my head for weeks, thinking about movies we could discuss or places we'd both been. None of it mattered because she wasn't even pretending to be interested. When we got to the restaurant, she complained about having to walk from the parking lot in her heels. Then she made a face at the hostess and demanded a better table, even though the place was packed. "This booth is too close to the kitchen," she announced loudly. "Can't we sit somewhere more private?" The hostess apologized and moved us, even though our original table was perfectly fine. I was already embarrassed by her attitude, but it was about to get worse. At dinner, she ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, plus an appetizer and dessert, then spent the whole time taking selfies and ignoring me. Every few minutes, she'd sigh dramatically and check her phone. "My friends are at this really cool rooftop bar downtown," she said, showing me her screen. "This place is so boring compared to where they are." I tried steering the conversation back to us, asking about her plans after graduation, her hobbies, anything. She gave one-word answers while scrolling Instagram, occasionally showing me pictures of her friends having more fun than we were. "See, this is what a real date looks like," she said, pointing to a photo of some guy in a suit at what looked like a five-star restaurant. "Madison's boyfriend really knows how to do it right." When our food came, she took 3 bites of her $45 steak and pushed it away. "I'm not really hungry anymore. This meat is kind of tough anyway. Can we just get the check?" I was still working on my chicken, but she was already putting on her jacket and checking her reflection in her phone camera. The bill came to $180, literally my entire paycheck from 2 weeks of washing dishes at a local diner. She just sat there scrolling her phone while I stared at the numbers. "So, are you gonna pay or what?" she said without looking up. I paid, obviously, but something inside me shifted. Walking back to the car, she started complaining again about everything. The service was too slow. The lighting was bad for photos. The other customers were too loud. Nothing was good enough. "Honestly, I thought you'd take me somewhere nicer," she said as I unlocked the car. "Emma's boyfriend took her to that new sushi place with the infinity pool and the celebrity chef. The steakhouse was nice," I said, trying not show how much her words stung. "If you say so," she laughed. "I guess it's fine for, like, regular people, but I'm used to a certain standard, you know?" On the drive back, she continued her commentary about how the restaurant wasn't even that fancy and started showing me pictures of places her ex had taken her. "Tyler really knew how to treat a girl right," she said, lingering on a photo of them at some expensive resort with crystal blue water. "His dad owns a few hotels, so money was never an issue. We could go anywhere, do anything." That's when something inside me snapped. I pulled into a McDonald's parking lot. "What are you doing?" she asked, finally looking up from her phone for the first time in 20 minutes. "Getting you food that matches your personality," I said, getting out. Cheap and tasteless. I ate my food and drove her home in complete silence.